We all heard that Elon Musk was going to be a majority shareholder and board member of Twitter. That was a few days ago. What's he going to do next? Now we know.
Yes, this allows him to buy all of the shares if he wants to, if he doesn't serve on the board.
So he's making an offer to buy it.
We just got this news about a half hour ago. It says, I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe. And I believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. However, since making my investment, I now realize the company will neither thrive nor serve this societal imperative in its current form.
No kidding.
Twitter needs to be transformed as a private company. As a result, I am offering to buy 100% of Twitter for $54.20 per share in cash, a 54% premium over the day before I began investing in Twitter and a 38% premium over the day before my investment was publicly announced. My offer is my best and final offer. And if it is not accepted, I would need to reconsider my position as a shareholder. Twitter has extraordinary potential. I will unlock it.
Elon Musk is speaking to people like those folks on the Fox and Friends panel that are just giddy about this potential issue. Because at first they're like, oh man, Elon Musk has he's the most shareholders of Twitter. So now he's gonna change things. That didn't happen. So now, oh my God, Elon Musk is gonna buy all of Twitter. So now he's gonna change things. Well, we'll see. But they did continue their all-star analysis of what was happening and how happy they are that this is a potential, because then it'll unleash as much disinformation as possible. Watch.
So this could save that company. It's becoming more and more irrelevant. The thing is, Twitter was just banning conservatives. More and more people that we know have been banned off that platform.
The Hunter Biden story,
right?
They wouldn't air that, run that.
Yeah, that was part of that. That was everybody though too. That was Facebook. That was Instagram. So I think he goes back, and the first thing he's going to do is establish free speech there, or how about not be biased towards conservatives? I even think Democrats would tell you there's a bias towards conservatives. So what happens is people just stop doing it. They're done with it.
Yes.
But I also think on some level, do you think the President Trump wouldn't even go back on? I mean, he's about to launch Truth Social to give use his own business plan to do a platform that would include everybody.
I love it when they go back to saying, why do we even worry about Twitter? You've been complaining about Twitter for the whole block of your show. So at the end of you complaining about Twitter and how you want it to change, you'd be like, well, why would we even go there? That's my point. Just leave then, which Donald Trump has also said as well. He's been on both sides of this fence. Get me back on Twitter. Why would I go on Twitter? I'm making these eloquent statements that no one cares about. So he did bring up Truth Social, which is a great alternative. I agree. Let's go with that. Is Fox on Truth Social, since they're in such support of this? I'll let you jump in after this point here, David, because this is great. So Axios did report about this verified account that was found on Truth Social, Donald Trump's competitor to Twitter. Look at this. Just days after a verified account for Fox News appeared on former President Trump's social media app, Truth Social, a Fox News spokesperson says that the network has nothing to do with the account. Investors clearly would have viewed Fox News' participation as a boon for the struggling app. Shares of the blank check company that's taking Truth Social public, it spiked on Tuesday. And that's after an Axios reporter tweeted about this mere existence of this potentially verified account. So that tweet, which has since been deleted, was prompted not only by the verification symbol on a Truth Social account bearing Fox News' name and logo, but also by a message from Truth Social CEO Devin Nunes, former congressman who quit his job, by the way, to do this. And his truth said, great to have RSS feed for Fox News now live on Truth. This adds to OAN and Newsmax. But the Fox News spokesperson told Axios, we are not on Truth Social. Apparently they're still clamoring to get back on Twitter, David.
Yeah, they just care what the audience is. I mean, that's ultimately what that's about. Now, when it comes to Elon Musk and potentially buying Twitter and what he may do, I do think he would likely make some changes, and it would be to I think he wouldn't care about hate speech, and this is where we get into issues about how free speech is treated in different countries. In Canada, there are hate speech laws here, so. How is that going to work if you're going to have just a completely open platform where the right can just spew whatever garbage they want and there's no moderation at all? Like, how is that exactly is that going to play out? So, ultimately, if Elon Musk is successful in this, and then owns Twitter and turns it into a private company, and it changes, I think it very likely could collapse. I mean, if it becomes a platform that is just not worth visiting because of all the garbage that just then takes over the platform, then there will be a competitor that comes up and replaces it. And it's not crazy to think that that's possible. There's multiple social media platforms that can be successful with the right, of course, investment. But if Twitter becomes, just straight trash, and it's at times it can be close to that now. But if it becomes complete trash, then it's not out of the question to think that there could be a competitor that just knocks Twitter out. And I don't know. I'm curious to see where all of this goes. But ultimately, it's just these billionaires and their God complex. Like, he has all the money in the world, and to spend it on Twitter as opposed to, I don't know, anything else, helping people like homes, homelessness, food, like anything else. But no, because of his God complex, he needs his attention. He wants to buy Twitter. He wants to be, the almighty man. And that's what this is about.
Yeah, I mean, it'll look that way anyway. I mean, look, and we talk about how Fox News, since they're in the cable news game as well, and there's multiple competitors there, but there are all those studies been for years about people who are glummed on the Fox News have such a lesser percentage of knowledge about what's really going on in reality. And that's basically what they're trying to recreate here with what they would hope Elon Musk would do with Twitter. Just make sure it's just full of misinformation and no one really knows what's heads or tails. And then it's just chaos. And then that's when they can work better under the cloak of chaos. That's what Republicans do.